What's up, everybody? Ghost Bros Gaming, Steven and Nick here. We're in the same room for the first time. It's getting crazy in here. We got a market watch for you today. So please like, comment, subscribe. Let's get right into it.
Ghost Bros Gaming.
All right, so first up on the list, we've got a couple of Labyrinth cards. I know some of the Labyrinth cards are already expensive, but there's a few that we think are still relatively cheap. So if you're looking to play Labyrinth, you should pick these up. The first one up on the list is Lady Labyrinth. So she is a secret rare out of Dabble. We know that she is a 3 of in the deck, at least in my opinion. Some people like her at 2, but I think she's way too good to play anything less than 3 of. So if we look at other comparable secret rares of that are played as 3 ofs in decks, think of like Bestial Abellion. That's a $40, $50, $60 card. Right now, Lady Labyrinth is sitting at $15 or $16. She's already starting to go up, but I think the price ceiling for this card goes up a ton once Big Welcome Labyrinth comes out in Photon Hypernova. So I would say this is still a pickup anywhere really under like 20, 25 bucks. Especially if you want to play Labyrinth.
And I've personally picked up 5 of these in the last week. So
we're betting the farm on Lady Labyrinth over here.
Get your ladies.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Ariane, the Labyrinth Servant. So if you've been following Labyrinth, you know that this one is sort of the neglected Labyrinth card. It's not that good. It's definitely not played in a lot of Labyrinth builds right now. But we did see in the OCG, there's a really interesting Labyrinth list that topped, I think last week, that was playing 3 copies of Ariane. So it was doing this sort of like rank 4 Labyrinth build that I thought was pretty cool. And I went in and looked at Ariane. She's literally $2 right now. So I think like, while she may not be played, and this is sort of a speculative buy, wouldn't you rather have your Arianes if she does end up getting played for a price of $2 as opposed to like 20 or 25, which is what Ariana's going for? So I'd say go ahead and pick this up for $2. You really can't go wrong. You're out $6 if I'm wrong here. So you take the $6 L. You can ping me in the comments about that if it never gets played. So
seems like a way to make a Abyss Dweller, right?
Yeah. I mean, you can make a lot of stuff. And a lot of the good rank 4s are fiends, right? So like Baguska, Exciton, those are all fiends.
Does she lock you into fiends?
No, but Welcome Labyrinth does.
Oh, I see. Cool. All right, so next up, we've got Branded and High Spirits. So Branded and High Spirits is a card that's awesome play in early Tearlament builds. It's currently one of the better cards to play in the new branded Despia deck that's coming up because you can reveal a Cartesia, send one of the new fusions, and then they all have graveyard effects, as well as then you get to add another card or another monster that mentions Fallen of Albaz. So that's Cartesia, Fallen of Albaz himself, etc. So this is a good pickup. If we look at like price history and what we think this card could go up to, I'd say like $2.50 to $3 is like the upper end for this card. But right now it'll cost you, I think, like 70 cent to $1 for a copy. So if you can pick a few of these up, I think there's just a good chance they are used in the future. So next up, we have a couple picks that are from the OCG. Some of the Tearlament builds in the OCG have been side decking or either maining Shaddoll Fusion as a way to facilitate their go second plays. So Shaddoll Fusion says that if your opponent controls a monster from the extra deck, you can send cards from your deck to the graveyard to make the fusion summon. And so you could actually send an Ishizu card like Kelbeck or a Shuffler and a Shaddoll card like Shaddoll Hedgehog to make Shaddoll Shekhinaga, which we'll talk about in a second. And then Hedgehog allows you to add a Shaddoll card from your deck to your hand. And then Shek actually says that you can negate the activation of an effect by discarding a Shaddoll card. So you kind of get to plus off of this, and it's just a really good go second. We also saw a build in YCS Sydney that got top 8 with this. So it's a good card to pick up, could go up in the future. It's actually already gone up a little bit in the last few days. So the next
Any
card.
recommended printings on this one?
Yeah, obviously the secret rare.
Yeah, but I think like the super rare Duelist Alliance one is also like original print. Like Duelist Alliance is a very iconic set. So
yeah, I think they're all around that like $250 mark. I personally went for the secret rares. But I do think the original supers are a good call. And if you just want to use this, there are cheaper printings. So price ceiling for this is probably like $6-7. Probably similar to what we saw Winda at the beginning of the Tearlament format when they were playing that. So next up is the card that we just talked about, is actually El Shaddoll Shakanaga. The ultimate printing for this is actually only about $13. So you could pick up an ulti first. Ulti first is $13. Sorry. You could pick up an ulti first printing of this for around $13-14, which I think is pretty good for an ulti that might see play. So yeah.
Cool. That's all we have for y'all today. Let us know in the comments if there's other cards you'd pick up, if you disagree with our choices here. Also, feel free to give us a like or a subscribe. It really helps out the channel if we've helped you out or made any suggestions that you've used that have benefited you. So,
And let us know in the comments if there are any cards we should be covering.
Peace, love, Ghost Bros.